Oh, submission radio. You guys brought me luck.
See?
It was the discussion about the shoes.
Yes, but yes. Hey, that's the shoe that I came in today. Everybody thought Reebok gave me a no, I bought these shoes, man. These are my luck shoes.
All right, Wilson, congratulations on the win here in Adelaide. How does it feel? It must be a big relief getting a win, getting something.
Man, you have no idea, you know. I didn't think, obviously I was thinking, but I didn't brought the pressure with me, you know. I was just saying, man, I do what I do, you know, and then I work hard for this, you know, regardless of depression. But, man, a loss here could have been my last fight in UFC, you know. And I had that in the back of my mind going to the fight, but I just tried not to think about it, you know. And then I knew I was going against a very game fighter all the way across the world on his side, you know. Even he's American, but he lives here, you know. So he's, you know, as he was coming out tonight, I know he has the whole place on his side, you know. So I just have to, you know, to put the fight on, to put the pressure, you know. And he gave me a hell of a fight, you know. And then I won. That's all that matters.
You put the pressure on him for the first 2 rounds. It looked like in the 3rd round he was sort of trying to come back, hit you with some shots. Tell us about your cardio. How were you feeling in that 3rd round after the first 2 rounds of taking him down, taking him down back to back?
Maybe I slowed down in the first minute, 2 minutes of the 3rd round, but then I just kept the pressure on, you know. I knew it was just, you know, that's how I fight, you know. I just put the pressure, you know, and I knew I had enough in the tank, you know. I just glad that I got the win, you know. And then I was trying to do everything with him, man. But his hips, his takedown defense, and you know, and it really surprised me. I thought I would have an easier time controlling him on the ground, you know. And he did really good. And then my will to win, that's what won the fight, you know.
When the scores were being announced and you were announced as the winner, Ben sort of was really surprised. He had a shocked look on his face. It seemed pretty clear that you had won at that point. What did you think of his surprise? Were you confident that you were going to get the victory?
I was confident. When they said it was unanimous, I was happy. Yeah. I would be really nervous. They say split, you know, because I knew it. You know, my last fight I lost in a split decision. That I thought I won. But it was way different than this fight, you know. I was the one pushing the fight the whole time. The last fight was both of us going, you know, like, and he did land, but he landed because I was going forward, you know. He wasn't the one chasing me, you know. And so I definitely won the fight. There was no question in my mind. Like, I was nervous because I'm on, you know, even though he didn't born in here, but he's fight out of here. So, you know, he has the, you know, I knew there could be a fact, you know. But
you worried about the judges potentially?
I was worried about the judges, yeah, you know. But glad that they proved that they were very good judges, you know.
Well, you're back now. You've got the win. Have you thought about what's next? Do you want a quick turnaround? Do you want to get in there while the flyweight division is still going in the UFC and get some big wins?
Yeah, you know, gotta have what you have it, you know. And now, why do we still have the weight class? You know, I wish they matched me up. You know, yesterday Joseph Benavidez has an amazing win. You know, so I would definitely want to know. I've been wanting I wanted this fight for a long time, you know, and then he's definitely somebody that I want to fight next.
What did you think about what Joseph said? Because he was kind of campaigning for, you know, there to be more attention on how exciting the division is and to obviously keep the division around.
You know, obviously I was like, you know, focusing on my fight, so I didn't even watch the fight. But then I would say the same thing, you know. You know, I actually was going to say that. Did I do an interview? I don't even remember. You know, I was going to say that. I actually say that on interview, you know. That,
I know when we spoke to you, you were very focused on your fight. You didn't really want to think about sort of the future. Now that the fight's kind of over.
Yeah,
do you sort of have, like, I guess, any messages?
I have the same thing, man. You know, like, if you watch the fight tonight, man, it was a good fight, you know. And it was a good fight. It was a back and forth fight, you know. But in the 3rd round, man, I guess a lot of people like to see it, just try to knock your head out, you know. So we maybe don't have the power to do it, you know, strength-wise, but, you know, everybody that I talk, not even my friends, just people in general, they say they really enjoy the fights, you know. So I don't know what is the public that don't like the flyweight fights, you know, because everybody outside my friendship, you know, I talk, say, man, I really like to watch the fights, you know. It's like boxing, you know. Boxing, it's a round, and we have a lightweights, and we have heavyweights. Obviously, the heavyweight always gonna get the attention. But if you're watching now, the guys that make the most of the money, make the most pay-per-view lightweights, not even heavyweights. The heavyweights will have Wilder, they'll be fighting right now, and Joshua. You have two guys, and you have like a couple of stars, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Canelo. They're lightweights, so. Man, I really hope, like, for me, as a fighter, I love fighting UFC. Since I was like, man, since I was a teenager, I watched Pride in UFC. It was my dream to fight in UFC, and I'm here. So I feel bad for the people that they might not have the opportunity. So imagine how many thousands of flyweights around the world, they dream to be in UFC. Kids, teenagers, they will be flyweights. They say, man, one day I want to fight in UFC. They will not have a fair shot, So I really hope that Dana and the UFC will change their minds.
What do you think it's going to take, for that flyweight division? Featherweight not that long ago wasn't that exciting either, and then a bloke like Conor McGregor comes along and totally turns it around.
Man,
is it going to take maybe a little bit of
yap
from
I
someone?
don't know, man. You're right though. As a fighter, and I know at the end of the day, like you have to sell, you have to do something. But more than just fight, it is an entertainment business. We know that, and I guess I don't know. I guess we should promote more the fights. We should do a better job promoting our fights, and get people to buy the pay-per-views. That's something that I haven't really heard the way you say it, but it makes a lot of sense. So there's definitely there's something that can definitely be a fact, because you're 100% right. 5-6 years ago it wasn't that Conor McGregor was around, and look at what he did. So it's all and motivation for all of us.
And you've come halfway around the world. What do you got to say to all the ones watching you back from home?
Oh man, I just want to say to everybody home and everybody here, man. People are really nice. I was really surprised, not really surprised, but I was very happy to see how people are like here in Adelaide. Everybody's so cool, man. From anybody you talk to on the street, the people are really cool. For me, I talk to my coaches. My coach since I was like 13 years old, Roberto. And I say, man, imagine, like, we used to, like, every time he saw me in America, I say the name of the street of the gym is Nova Independência. I say from Nova Independência to the world, And now we're here, we fight all the way in Australia. And my teammate, that we trained like 15 years ago in Brazil, he has a gym here in Adelaide, and he got to welcome me out to the cage. So it's very special, It's a very special event. They'll be forever, like in my memories,
If they do, thank you. If the UFC do close the 125-pound division, would you move up, or would you look to compete in another organization?
I just gotta see, and I won't mind moving up, because let's say from off season to not off season, but like, let's say like 4 months from the fight, and I don't have I'm like 177. I'm like welterweight, So for me, like 61 kilos is not a big deal. For me, like 8 weeks out, I'm 70 kilos, So it's just my body. It just, I just like to walk around heavier, So, and I know how to drop the weight, like smartly. So if the problem is not even the weight, the problem is, is the reach, is the height, That's why I go all the way down, to flyweight, because my body was always like this. I was always bulky, But then, my debut in UFC, in MMA, was 150 pounds catchweight, So the majority of my fights right now is flyweight, but before that was featherweight, So I can definitely fight, on bantamweight, but I rather fight flyweight, So, but like I said before, man, I love fighting for UFC, So I don't know what the other organizations are doing, and but nothing. It's not just about the money. It's about everything else, the exposure, it's everything about the UFC, and you're more remarkable, So for the long run, after I'm retired, the UFC name will give me, all the, ways to work,
There was another flyweight fight on the card with Kai Kara-France. Did you get a chance to catch that in the locker room? If so, what were your thoughts on his
saw a little
performance?
flash, and I think Kai did really good. He's a beast. I didn't even know who he was, to be honest. And then he really impressed me. I didn't even watch him, but as I said, I want to watch this kid. Kid's really good. Maybe I'll come to fight him in February,
Yeah.
It would be a good fight.
Awesome. I'm done.
Cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done,
Thank you,
mate.
guys.